Hey, what's up, everyone? I was going to talk about this movie yesterday, but I just sort of ran out of time after making what was it, the trailer review for Guardians of the Galaxy. It got too dark, lighting was terrible and short, but, it gave me something to bring out today, so here is a review for Bleed for This, starring Miles Teller. I love the dude. I absolutely love Miles Teller. He made the mistake with Fantastic Four, but he's completely made up for it so many times. I absolutely love Whiplash. That is an awesome movie. It's one of my favourite movies of this century, and he gives a brilliant performance. I knew that the central performance would be great in this movie, but it's more than just a central performance. It has so much going for it, and I was pleasantly surprised. Like, I didn't know exactly what to expect. I enjoyed the trailers, but the main thing that I enjoyed from the trailers was the music, and that's what I enjoyed from most trailers. And it's like you can have great music and still have a terrible film. No need to worry though, this film was very enjoyable and very good. I knew nothing about Vinny Pazienzia. I knew nothing about him going in. I just saw the trailer and I was like, "Whoa, that's a pretty interesting story." Weird thing is, the dude follows me on Twitter now. Don't know why, but he's one of my sporting heroes now. No complaints with that. But yeah, I walked into this movie and I was thinking, I love my true story movies. This looks like an inspirational movie, so at least I'll take that from it. But basically, the story is there's this boxer played by Miles Teller called Vinny Pazienza. Sorry, I nearly fucked up on the name there. But it's hard to say, Vinny Pazienza. Try saying that 3 times in a row really fast. I'm not going to attempt it. But anyway, it follows him, and he's this cocky sort of boxing icon. And it starts off at a weigh-in, and he's late because he's trying to lose weight to get down to the ideal weight for his career, his next fight. And it was just interesting to see because you're like, I don't know whether this guy's likable or not, and he is. He's very likable, but you don't know at first. And so the movie follows him, and he's doing really well in his career. But then all of a sudden, there's this crazy car accident. He gets knocked off the road. He breaks his neck, but somehow survives. I mean, dude survived that shit. That shit looked brutal. But yeah, he survives the crash, and he ends up breaking his neck, so he can't fight anymore. And the doctor says to him, I don't know whether you'll walk again. You're definitely not going to fight again. But this guy's not going to give up, and he wears this halo around his head and his neck to support him so that he can fight again. He doesn't want to take the operation because it could stop him from fighting. So he wears this halo for like 6 months and starts training again. And his trainer is played by Aaron Eckhart, and I really, really want to give props to Aaron Eckhart. He did so well in this movie. Last night I actually watched The Dark Knight again because I just felt in the mood to watch it. And Aaron Eckhart, every single film he does, he puts in a lot of effort to his character. Whether it's Harvey Dent or Two-Face, where he's got a split personality, or a completely different role like this, I'll go ahead and say it. I think the dude should be nominated for a Best Supporting Actor Oscar this year. I mean, he could even win it. He probably won't be. I feel like this is the sort of movie that they'll just forget about at the Oscars, which is a shame because it's enjoyable. But I feel like, Aaron Eckhart could potentially be up for a Best Supporting Actor Oscar because he throws himself into this role. It's completely different. At first, he's kind of unrecognizable because you're like, hey, Aaron Eckhart looks completely different and he's acting completely different. This is awesome. So I love that. And obviously Miles Teller does something very different as well because we're used to seeing him as a sort of quiet, nerdy type character. And in this one, he's like a brash, sort of cocky boxer who has this accident, and it tones down a bit, but he's still he's more out there and sort of more competitive and everything than he is in everything else. Because like I said, he's just a quiet dude normally, just a normal average Joe. So it's nice to see him do something different. It could have been easy to cast someone, big and muscular for this role, but Miles Teller does it well because Vinny Pazienza, again, I said I didn't know much about him, but he doesn't seem like the type of guy that is this big, muscular, brash idiot like they do in a lot of boxing movies. But this is different from other boxing movies because most boxing movies, I think the only one I've actually seen this year that I can think of is Creed. I like that movie a lot, but that was an underdog movie, like the Rocky movies and like Raging Bull. They're all underdog boxing movies, and it's about someone rising to the top from the bottom. But this one's completely different because it's about a guy that's at the top, and he hits rock bottom, and he ends up going to the bottom, and he has to rise up again. But it's not really an underdog story. It's the opposite. It's like a story of a man who's got a lot going for him and becomes an underdog. So I like that they did something completely different with that story. I mean, I know obviously they had to because it was a true story, but it was good. It does have its share of boxing cliches, like the sort of Will he win? Will he not win? He's been knocked down. Next round, he's going to get back up and he's going to knock the guy out. And it's like, that's what you get in a lot of boxing movies, and you get that here. But it didn't bother me so much. It doesn't really bother me. I like that sort of thing. I like the sort of, it's a feel-good movie. That's what this is. It's an inspirational, feel-good movie. And I walked out and I was smiling because I was like, this guy, he's a legend in my book. He is a really great guy. I mean, if you can overcome that, it just shows you can overcome a lot of things. And I like feeling like that about a movie. I like walking out of a movie and going, this is what happened. And I feel like if something like this happened to me, I myself could walk away unscathed because it's happened here. And it's like, I know it's just a movie, but when it's a true story movie as well, it just makes you think. And it gets the brain working. So I like it when a movie makes me do that. I don't know if any of that made sense, but I know what I mean here. And I'll say Bleed for This is a very good movie, and it's a very good time at the cinema. If you're planning on seeing anything this week, between this and Moana, you've got a good week ahead of you. I'm going to actually check out Sully tomorrow, see what that's like. Hopefully that's good. And also, I just got this in the post. Yeah, I actually enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed it enough to buy it on Blu-ray. I'm going to watch the extended cut today, and I'm hopefully going to bring a review of the whole thing tomorrow. Or maybe later today. Probably not later today. It'll be more likely tomorrow. But I'm going to watch this now anyway because I enjoyed the fuck out of it. And I'm actually looking forward to seeing what the extended cut has to offer. So there we go. But yeah, overall, really enjoyed Bleed for This. And I recommend it highly. So go and check it out if you can. Thank you guys for watching this video. And I'll see you again soon.